Hi everyone, and happy Mother's Day to everybody in the UK and Ireland and anywhere else in the world that you're celebrating it. Although unfortunately, because of COVID-19, none of us, or very few of us, can be with the people that we love today. And that makes me so sad. It really does. So I've been having a cuddle with my little Beatrix, and I'm going to change her into her Sunday best, which is going to be her very pretty pink, pale pink Sarah Louise dress with the smocking and little flowers, some Sarah Louise pink booties, and a little bonnet. I don't think it's Sarah Louise, but I think it'll go really nicely with it. So I thought I'd change her into that, and hopefully you're seeing her okay. I've tried to go in a different direction today, so we'll see how that works for you. So yeah, Mother's Day. And of course that makes me think about my mum. And I don't talk about my mum a lot. I expect you've noticed that. And that was because I didn't have a very good relationship with my mum. I had a very good relationship with my dad, but not my mum. But as it's Mother's Day today, I thought I would talk about her. Just get her little cardigan off, bless her. There we go, Beatrix. Yeah, it took me a long time to realise what the problem was between me and my mum, because we never got on. And it wasn't because I didn't want to get on with her or anything. It's just that she just did not care for me. And you always expect that your mother will. And, you know, that causes a lot of hurt and upset, doesn't it? And I think it was because, well, I know it was because, let me see what you're seeing. Oh, you're seeing her okay. I know it was because my mum had, I'll tell you a bit about her first. My mum was an only child and came from two very loving parents who, you know, gave her as much as they could. Obviously, we're talking about the early 1900s. Let's get your mittens, sweetheart. And by all accounts, her father was an absolutely lovely man. I'm really sorry that I never got to meet him. He died before I was born. He died quite young, I think. And as I say, she was an only child, and when she started to work, I've got a cup of coffee here today, she worked as a nanny in the big house, you know, the local big house, and my father was the chauffeur's son and used to help with all the chauffeuring of the lady and lord of the castle, you know. So that's where they met and fell in love and got married. And as I say, being a nanny and an only child, you'd think, you know, it would be hard for her to kind of relate to children, but from what I hear from my older brothers and sisters, they had quite a lovely childhood with her, you know. She wasn't overly affectionate to anybody, she wasn't kind of tactile or anything, but nobody had any problems. And she had 6 children, which, being an only child herself, must have been quite a shock to the system, but she had 6. I think my dad came from a family of 8. So she had 6. And And then she went through the menopause and thought that was the end of having babies, you know. There we go, Beatrix. Just put your chin up, darling. A little tiny chin. And then I came along. And as you can imagine, I wasn't very welcome. I think she suffered, come on sweetheart, mwah. I think she suffered with some form of prenatal blues when I was born, because she didn't really want anything to do with me. This is what I was told by my sister Barbara. So basically my sisters, my older sisters, and the next door neighbour brought me up. So I didn't have a lot of contact with my mum. There we go, darling. Over she comes. Oh, let's do your buttons up, sweetie. Let me just check what you're seeing. There she is. Let's lighten you up a bit. I'm trying to go in the other direction today, and I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try, just for a bit of variety. So anyway, I was saying, she had 6, and then I came along, and I was a bit of a shock. And then my younger brother and my younger sister came along, and that was kind of the end of having children. But she had the 3 of us, and there was like a 6-year gap between us 3, so we were like a separate little family. My younger sister was sickly. She was born premature, and of course my younger brother was the apple of her eye, because he was the last baby, and she only had 3 boys, 6 girls and 3 boys. There we go, sweetheart. There she is. There she is in a beautiful dress. I have to leave the cuff buttons open because they're so tiny. I can't do them up. Mwah. Yeah, so I never had a very good relationship with her at all. I never could understand it really, why she just didn't have any time or anything for me, but she did my brother and sister. But you know, children accept these things. You don't understand it, but you accept it. Still very dark, isn't it? Wonder if I put the light on. It's funny because it's brilliant sunshine outside. Perhaps I should go from the other direction. Just hang on. I think it's better from this direction, isn't it? The light's better there. So I hope it wasn't too dark in the rest of it. But anyway, I always had a very uneasy relationship with my mum. She just didn't like me at all, and it just never worked between me and her. And it caused me a lot of upset, as you can imagine. I tried my best when I got older to make it work, but no, I just, you know, she just didn't want anything to do with me really, and it was really sad. But you know, these things happen. You can't it's not kind of an instant thing that a mother loves a child, and you know, it's just one of those things. But that's why I don't talk about her a lot, is because we didn't have a good relationship. And when I got married and came home and told her that I was having problems, she just said to me, "You made your bed, you lie on it, girl." She had, you know, I think in a way she was glad I was having problems, because she just didn't like me basically. But yeah, it's awful when your own parent doesn't like you. But you know, what can you do about that? You can't do anything about it, you know. It's a little feet. She looks so pretty. So you know, it's sad. But you know, I totally understand it now. You know, that I've had children of my own. I mean, I love both my boys instantly. I never had a problem with loving my boys, so you know. But it does make me sad. But I do think about her on Mother's Day, and I put a picture of her on my Facebook page. And I do wish her a happy Mother's Day wherever she is, because she's no longer with us like my dad. But yeah, it's sad, but these things, you know, they make us the people that we are, I think. Oh, you're so cute in that baby. I do love her in bonnets. It makes you the person you are, doesn't it? And isn't she adorable? Look at all that pink. Pink, pink, pink. Pink everywhere. I do love pink. So yeah, it's like I was saying, it, you know, it is sad, but it is what it is, as they say. There we go, Beatrix. Oh, I've got to cuddle you. Come here, gorgeous. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, you're so cute, baby. Yeah. So yeah, here's my beautiful girl. Look at her little knees. She's got the most adorable little knees. Look at these little knees. So yeah. So that's me and my mum. I hope you all had a better experience, but I know not everybody has. So, you know, whether it's with your mum or your dad, but it doesn't stop you loving them, does it? You know, they're still your mum and a dad. But anyway, I hope that you all have a good Mother's Day out there, despite not being with the people that you love and care about. These things, you know, what's happening in the world now is terrifying. It's, who thought 2020 would be the year of lockdown? And my anxiety levels are going through the roof, you know. But it is what it is, as I said before, and there isn't anything we can do about it but try and stay safe and keep everybody that we love safe. So all take good care of yourselves out there and have a good rest of your day. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.